got that standard American stage accent.
Hello.
Oh, that was it, is it? And you're not gonna do a man voice either? Strong choice. You waited so long in it. Okay. Hello.
Hey guys, welcome to Fess Up, where the Fess sisters help spice up your conversations with unique and thought-provoking questions. That's right, we're breaking the ice with a sledgehammer! I'm Amy. I am the oldest and most mature sister.
No! I'm Marissa, and I'm much more mature than Amy.
I'm Ena, and I used to pack their lunches for them. And I was younger, so I think I'm the most mature.
That does not say you're mature. It says that you got up earlier than us. That's all that says.
It says that you're easily manipulated, is what it says.
I would also chase after you with your lunches when you forgot them.
Or that. So, one of the reasons I'm the most mature sister is I did call my father today.
Wow.
Yes, I called my dad.
Well, that makes you mature. I was wrong.
No, let me say my piece. I called my dad, but the thing is, 2 of my 3 sisters live at my dad's house. They may or may not be the same 2 sisters on this podcast. I had decided in my head that if my sisters answered the phone, I would start reciting WAP, especially the part where Cardi B goes, "There's some hoes in this house, there's some hoes in this house." Cardi B doesn't say that part, actually. The man says it, but I was going to say, "There's some hoes in this house," if they answered the phone. But if my father answered the phone, I was going to say, "Hi, did you order any pizza to this address?" And guess who answered? My father. So I said, "Hello, did you order pizza to this address?" And there are 3 palpable seconds of silence in which somehow I could hear my father frown harder than he's ever frowned in his life. I could hear the mustache curling downwards.
Bristle by bristle.
Bristle by bristle. Tusk by tusk. And then all of a sudden, I hear the beep, beep, beep of the call ending because my dad hung up on me. And I tried to call him back because I realized, oh, maybe I did that a little too good. Maybe I done fucked up. Maybe I'm just that good of an actor. So I tried to call him back. He did not pick up the phone. He let it go straight to voicemail. And then I was like, oh no, this is really serious. So I tried to call his cell phone because I was suddenly like, "Father, you were there to talk to me, and me, your BB, wanted to speak to you." And he did not answer. So then I started getting a little crazy. And I call our lovely Ena because I knew that she would answer the phone. And she almost didn't, but when she did, I said, "Why did Dad hang up on me?" And heard nothing but a shriek of laughter. What was happening on your end, Ena?
Well, you see, Dad often gets spam calls. The house, his extended warranty is always up. And it's often to the house phone.
And he was already in a bad mood because he was watching a tutorial on how to fix a VCR. And VCRs don't want to be fixed. Like, they're old and they don't want to be new again.
They're all committing seppuku simultaneously. They've lived too long.
Yeah, so he was not in a good mood. So when he answered the phone, he was literally like, "Hello."
Yeah, I was confused.
And in his rage, he thought that you were a spam caller, and he was so upset he did not recognize the beautiful sound of one of his daughter's voices.
His most mature
Yes, his most mature daughter's voice. And so he hung right up. And then what felt like only a few seconds later, I get a phone call from Amy, and I'm like, that's such a coincidence that Dad just got this phone call that made him so upset, and now Amy's calling me, like, oh, interesting. And then Amy said, "Why did Dad hang up on me?"
Well, because I heard that it was, like, some confused pizza lady, like, "Oh, did you order a pizza here?" And he just hung up on her. I was like, "Why didn't you say no? This poor girl messed up a pizza order." And she doesn't know.
Why didn't he check the caller ID?
He apparently does not recognize your phone number.
He should have my number saved.
There isn't caller ID on his home phone. It's so archaic.
He should trash them and get new ones.
you called Karina right after we finished talking about how he should have told you no, and then Karina went, ah! in shock that it was Amy. But I heard her scream and immediately assumed that the pizza girl had called her. Because, like, maybe she looked up the address and saw the phone numbers of anyone who had ordered pizza. And Karina was getting a call to see if they'd order a pizza to the house.
I was baffled because it didn't feel like that good of a prank call. I was actually, as the words were coming out of my mouth, I was like, oh man, you should have been like, is your refrigerator running? But instead, I just figured pizza to his address would be great. And if he'd played along, I would have tried to riff off it, but he was not gonna play along, I guess. He wasn't even gonna answer the question, he just hung up. After an angry silence, so angry you could hear it through the sound waves.
There was a look of true disbelief on his face. He was incredulous at this question.
He could not believe he was interrupted from his already angry VCR experience.
Oh my god. So yeah, that was my earlier day. Actually, all of our earlier days.
Yeah.
Anything else interesting happen since our last episode?
Not really, other than I started dressing like a circus tent.
We love to hear it.
It's pretty great. It's a very ugly romper with a lot of ugly stripes, and I am obsessed.
I'm obsessed. So, let us begin with a lovely question. And this question is, do you think the person who invented clapping was a masochist?
Yes.
Because if you think about it, clapping is
slapping yourself.
Truly painful for an extended period of time, but it's something that we do to show our joy and appreciation for something. So, like, somebody who's, like, so happy they want to hurt themselves?
Is that how masochists work?
Well, they get pleasure from pain, so yes.
Or do we, like, have to show them that, like, we're beneath them, so we gotta, you know.
I think an even better question would be, did they first try slapping something else, like, before clapping became a thing? Were they, like, hitting their shoulder, or, like...
their face.
Or slapping their own butts?
Ooh! Papa Elf slapped me on the bum.
Well.
Were other noises tried? Like, smacking your lips together. And that just didn't go so well?
I mean, that's horrible. I think that would go so bad.
Yeah, no one would want to do that for any period of time.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, did they try, like, different noises?
They probably just tried, like, shouting their happiness, and their voices went hoarse.
I mean, we do shout happiness, too.
Right, but they only had that, so they were losing their voices.
I see. I also wonder if it could... This is a serious answer.
Ooh, a mature answer.
Indeed.
From the most mature sister.
I wonder if it came from, like, when we were Neanderthals, chasing prey or something, or maybe, like, no, this is... Don't laugh yet! I haven't gotten to the good part. This is what I mean. You are a caveman, and you've just taken down this lovely beast, and then your friends come over, they've seen you do it, and then they also see wolves coming out. They're trying to steal it from you, so they start clapping because you just did a good thing, but also to scare the wolves away. So it's like, maybe it started from, like, we are going to do this to make them go away, but then it got associated in our heads with, oh, you did good thing, me like. Clap, clap, clap.
Me like. The reason I was laughing so hard is just because I imagined a Neanderthal running after his prey, like, and just, like, clapping while he runs. And the reason, dear listeners, why that is so hysterical to me is because in our family, we smack butts. It was a tradition passed on to us, or rather, scarred into us, by our older sister, Crystal, who would chase us up the stairs and smack us on the butt. Oftentimes, while she did this, she would be running, and you would hear her stomp up the stairs, and you would also hear she's slapping her own hand in anticipation of smacking her butt.
Oh, man. Crystal, aka Miss Not Appearing on this podcast.
Oh.
To this day, you guys, I have to say, sometimes I'll be walking up the stairs out in public by myself. No one else is even around except strangers. And all of a sudden I'll feel like, oh God, someone's gonna smack my butt! And I start running.
Yep.
Me too. And then I gotta cover it. So just all of a sudden, like, I'm just on a random public flight of stairs and I just cover my butt and run up the stairs. Happens all the time.
Yeah, it was surely triggering. I definitely had the same experience. Thank you, Crystal. We'll never forget you because of what you've done.
At least we never do the opposite, where like we're out in public and all of a sudden we get the urge and we just start and run after the stranger ahead of us.
Ugh, does Crystal ever get the urge? There's a part of me that really wants to call her and see if she'll answer so we can find out.
Oh my God, please.
Oh my God, I'm gonna do it.
Put her on speaker, obviously.
Yes, let's just for fun see.
Your call has been forwarded to
Aw.
What a lame hoe!
Crystal is not available.
I'm gonna leave her a message.
At the tone, please record your message.
Please call me back immediately. We need you desperately. SOS for the podcast. Thank you. Goodbye.
She almost did it, you guys. She almost appeared on this podcast.
Miss almost appearing on this podcast.
Oh, she could have had her chance.
Well, one day she will, I'm certain of it.
If she calls me back, then we'll put her on the podcast, but she did not answer.
Lame.
She's lame, and she's still not on the podcast. But I do think the person who invented clapping was certainly a masochist. That is my final answer.
I really thought you were saying a name. So you're like,
No.
I think the person who invented clamping was Sir Tinley. That I literally thought you were saying Sir Tinley. I was like, who's that?
Certainly.
Of the Knights of Masochism.
Sir Tinley, the butt slapper.
That's it?
That must be our ancestor.
Yes. Sir Tinley Fess, the butt slapper.
Butt slapper. So let's just do the next question.
All right.
What would win in a fight? Your favorite color or your favorite number? And why, obviously.
All right. So my favorite number is 1. You know, the best.
One has already won.
It's 1. And it's shaped like a spear.
Yeah.
But my favorite color is red, aka the color of blood splatter.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, I feel like 1 is shaped so much like a javelin, it would just spear through red, and the red would somehow grow even more red from all the blood that the red bleeds.
Does red bleed red?
What if red bleeds a different color?
I feel like it would.
It bleeds yellow.
Oh.
Like pus.
And so there's just a big orange stain where the yellow had flowed.
That's it, yeah.
And that's how you make the color orange.
Spirit with the number 1.
Yeah, you make red bleed.
You're saying that your favorite number would win.
Yes.
Okay. Ena?
Okay, well, my favorite color is yellow, which is a very happy color, not assuming. Also the color of pee, if you're dehydrated.
I love how fondly you said that. Also the color of pee.
I just feel like you gotta know all the facts in order to understand the fighting power that the color has.
Well, I'm glad you educated our listeners who clearly didn't know that pee was yellow.
You know, they're welcome. And then my favorite number is 9, which is a fabulous number, and it's got a lot going for it, see, because it is 1/2 of one of the most iconic number combinations, 69. But then also, it is a word in a different language, and it means no. And so I feel like anything yellow could throw at the number 9, it would just be like, 9! And there's nothing that yellow could do about it.
Shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down. 9 means 9. And there you go.
So the numbers are dominating. Can we continue this trend?
Let's see. My favorite number is 6.
The devil's number.
And my favorite color is pink.
The little girl's color.
Well, hey. It used to be the boys' color.
True,
Back
true.
in the olden days.
And then Hitler changed it.
Oh, do we really want to bring Hitler into this podcast?
9.
Wow.
Oh, yikes.
So, basically what I'm saying here, I do think 6 is a powerful number. It is 1 letter away from sex, so it's a well-loved
And
number.
it's involved in
It's
the
another
iconic
half
duo.
of the 69, which we all crave.
Ooh.
So it's tough, okay? I want to say pink would win because I love that color. It's very strong. It's very versatile. But I really think it's gotta go to 6.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Something about 6 is just like, I think it could win in every way.
Yeah.
Well, you get 3 of them together, and then Satan is summoned to smite
Yes.
the color pink.
Exactly. The color What if Satan is pink, though? What if we got it all wrong? He's actually pink.
Oh, could be.
And then would he come back and be like, I'm pink, bitches, I win, and then pink kills 6? That just summoned him?
No, I think they just are both part of him, and therefore you have the most powerful number-color combination.
Actually, Satan is just a giant pink
6.
number 6.
Yes.
Well, 3 giant pink number 6s.
No, just 1.
Oh, okay.
He's just 1. You need 3 to summon him, but he's just 1.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Oh no.
What did you do?
Here he comes.
So do you want to do a bit?
A bit.
A bit. This bit is called the Newlywed Game.
Do.
Hey.
The music should sound like that.
So in the Newlywed Game, 2 of us are going to be each one half of a famous couple in life. You'll know. And the third will be a game show host asking the couple a few newlywed questions to see if they can know the most about each other. You know, the things they do in the Newlywed Game. So, now we have to decide who's gonna be what and what we're gonna be. Let me see if I can find a randomizer. That'd be the easiest. Okay, how do I spin it? Here we go. Amy! What does that mean?
You didn't say.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna spin it again. That was a test.
Okay, the spin is who the host is.
That makes sense to me. All right, let's spin. 3, 2, 1, spin it. Hey!
Sebastian!
Marissa is the
Woo!
host. Marissa, as the host, you get to pick who we are.
Oh, I get to, or I have that responsibility?
You are forced to pick who we are. Thank you.
Okay. What's one of the most iconic duos? I mean, I can't do Bert and Ernie, like my heart said.
We can't do Bert and Ernie.
Ena is like, Ernie who? The only thing she knows anything about is Bert.
Not even.
Yeah, not even. Let's do Thor and Loki.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
All right, there we go.
I feel very strongly that Amy is Loki.
All right.
All right, there we go.
Ena would be a great Thor.
Thor is my favorite.
And I'm a major Hollywood casting director now.
Excellent. Tom Hiddleston, I'm coming for your role.
I'm gonna be the new favorite Chris.
Christina.
Chris Ena.
All right, when you're ready, host.
Alright, welcome to the Newlywed Game. Here's our favorite couple, Thor and Loki. Say hi to the audience, folks.
Hello.
Oh, do I have to do an accent?
You most certainly do.
Oh crap, I'm terrible at it.
And make it a good one.
Oh god. Okay. Oh god, I gotta think about Bridgerton really quick so I can figure out a British
Thor
accent.
is not. Is he really British? A little bit, I guess.
He's like heightened English.
He's like Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he has to be British.
Mid-Atlantic.
Oh no.
He's got that standard American stage accent.
Hello.
Oh, that was it, is it? And you're not gonna do a man voice either? Strong choice. You waited so long and then... Okay. Hello.
I'm not the actress here.
I apologize on behalf of my brother. I recently transformed his tongue into a brick because I was tired of hearing him run his mouth.
Oh, that explains it.
Yes.
All right. Well.
He's coming out of something, it's fine.
All right, our first question goes to Loki. What did Thor... I can't ask that. That makes no sense.
Now you have to.
I was about to... What did Thor wear on your first date?
Wait, am I answering?
Are Loki and Thor dating in this scenario?
It's the Newlywed Game, so...
Okay.
They've just gotten married.
Loki is adopted, so it's fine, I guess.
Am I answering that question for real?
Yeah, let me ask it again. Okay. This first question is for Loki. What did Thor wear on your first date?
You know Thor, he wore that same... What is that? The big gaudy red cape he always wears. And, this stupid helmet. I couldn't stop looking at it. But in a bad way, you know. He was carrying this stupid hammer, and I was like, what? Are you in construction? What's going on with you? And he was like, no, I'm worthy, so I'm able to hold it. And I was like, I'm worthy, let me pick it up. And I will tell you, that was heavy, which made me notice his muscles. And,
I do have excellent muscles.
yeah, when I noticed his muscles, then I started to get interested, and I will admit, I can be a little shallow in that way, but, I need my men to have a certain meat on their bones.
You and me both, Loki. All right, so Thor.
Yes.
Where did you take Loki on your first date?
Oh, he better remember.
Well, I do. I cannot do my accent.
Just keep doing whatever it is you're doing.
Okay. I do remember.
I just think his high-pitched laugh is so adorable.
Yeah,
It's so opposite of the rest of his voice.
Yeah, it's not what you'd expect.
Not at all, it's very cute. And it's funny the way he just keeps laughing and doesn't actually contribute to conversation.
All right, another question to Loki.
Wait.
Oh,
I took. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I guess I forgot.
I was trying really hard not to break, but fuck. Okay, back in it.
You forgot. Well, you're not going to get a lot of points for that one, Thor. Bwah, bwah.
No, he's not. I'm going to win. Very competitive.
Back to Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Who said I love you first?
He did. He's like a puppy dog. He said it every second he looked at me, and he wouldn't stop saying it. I'm much more cat-like myself, so he kept saying I love you, and I would push him away. He would say I love you. I'd turn his hand into, I don't know, a stone. It'd fall to the ground, I'd walk away. He'd say I love you, I'd turn into a bird and fly away, so I didn't have to hear him anymore. Eventually I did come around, but, you know, the man can be taxing.
I can see that.
But you're worth it.
Aww.
Oh, darling, that's the most adorable thing you've ever said to me. I am worth it, in case you were wondering.
You're almost worth it enough for my hammer.
Oh, I get your hammer, all right.
Yeah, but not my hammer.
All right, Thor.
Yes.
This next one's for you. Hopefully you'll have an answer for us.
Yes, I will.
Out of the two of you, who does the most cooking and cleaning?
Well, I'm prone to breaking things, so I'd have to say that it's Loki who does the cleaning and also the cooking, and he cooks quite well, and every time he does it, I just can't help but want another. And then I break all of our dishes, and we have to buy new ones every week. And
oh my!
Yeah, he's lucky he's got that Avengers budget, because my God, if he didn't, we'd be broke.
Wow, that's really something. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. So back to you, Loki.
Yes.
What is Thor's silliest fear?
His silliest fear? That someone else is going to be able to pick up his stupid fucking hammer. That's his biggest fear. He thinks he's the only one who can pick up that hammer. It makes everyone want to pick up the hammer that much more.
Actually, I was about to ask, can I try?
No!
I knew it's coming.
Come on. for the show.
Well, silly mortal, you won't be able to.
Just let him.
Step aside.
Oh?
Okay, I just grab it right here and... Oh, wow, you weren't kidding.
I told you it's heavy.
It's like... Did you fix this to the floor?
Oh, he didn't have time for that.
Ha ha ha! Silly mortal.
This feels not real. Alright, so... moving on. Thor.
Yes.
Which celebrity couple are you and Loki most like?
Oh, great question.
We're like, a nice Brangelina. If they're still a couple.
Well, they're on again, off again, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how we are, you know? Like, on and on again, and then Loki turns into a snake and stabs me, and...
You just have to be kept in line.
He stabs you as a snake.
Yeah.
And then, we're off again, and then we're on again, and, Loki meets my friend from work, and then we're off again.
Oh.
And then we're on again. So, it's just like Brad and Angelina. Although I'm definitely Angelina and he's Brad.
It's because I'm hot.
Yeah.
This is more scandalous than I thought.
Well, we can be catty.
You guys are doing so well. I only have 2 more questions. For you, Loki.
Yes.
What would you say Thor's best feature is?
That's a very good question. And, he doesn't have a lot of redeeming qualities, let me tell you. But I would say his best feature is he does put himself first in every way except the one that matters most to me. Yes, he saves the world a lot. But, in the bedroom, he puts me first.
You know it.
Yes, I do know it.
Oh, well, thank you for inviting us into your bedroom for that fact. We were all wondering.
Anytime, darling, I'm an exhibitionist.
Oh, I might have to take you up on that later.
That doesn't mean you join, but it means you watch me.
I'm very aware. I, myself, am a voyeur.
Oh, scandalous. Well, we'll be talking to you after the show.
Oh, okay. So, Thor, last question.
Right.
What is Loki's worst habit?
Well, he does like to pretend that he's dead a lot. I'm like, hey, wanna go on a date? He says, I'm dead.
He says that.
Yes. and then I say, want to snuggle? And he's dead.
Oh.
And then, I come back from battle. He was killed in the same battle. I didn't even know he was there.
Wow.
But the good thing is he always comes back.
This has all been very touching, and I have to say, you guys are winners!
Ding, 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 ding. Of course we are. I didn't imagine we'd be anything else.
You've won an all-expenses paid trip to... What's this? Oh, they're telling me a trip to Adventures headquarters. This could have been better thought out.
We're going to your work, huh? Ugh. Dear fucking God.
I'm sorry. This prize was awarded before we realized we could get you guys on here. Tony Stark was very generous.
Tony fucking Stark paid for you to go to work? How imaginative! Wow, this Earth stuff is really something.
He never paid me before.
Oh.
Of course he paid you, darling, but I pocketed the checks.
Oh, Loki.
I need to pay for all the dishes you break.
That was great. I loved that.
I'm so sorry I cannot do an accent. It really threw me off.
I don't know what you thought we were gonna do when we said we were gonna roleplay the characters.
I don't know.
She was just hoping she'd get host.
I don't know, but I apologize for all people whose ears had to hear. I don't know what happened there.
I thought it was fucking hilarious the way that you couldn't figure it out.
It was charming. It was very in character.
Yes, it was great.
Thank you.
So, this is where our ads would go if we had any. Now I have another question for you. Could you love a dentist?
Oh, no.
I mean,
I absolutely could not love a dentist.
I feel like I could maybe love one, except I don't think they could love me.
They put their faces and hands into somebody's mouth, can I just tell you, that is the single most intimate place you can go, because a lot of people can go literally anywhere else. No one goes inside of a mouth.
Well,
That's why everyone gets so vulnerable when they're at the fucking dentist.
I'm just saying, appendages go in there.
Appendages, yes, but you can't see in there. He puts his eyes into your mouth.
Yeah, I'm just not that into teeth. It's not my thing.
Marissa likes gums. She's a gummy gal.
A gummy gal.
I can't keep up with the flossing, and I think the relationship would really break every time I didn't floss. And then every time I try to drink soda or eat pretty much anything that I eat, the dentist would just be looking at me thinking about how bad it is for my teeth. And I just don't think they could stomach it. They would break up with me so quick.
The only way I could end up with a dentist is if I was with one who doesn't take his own advice.
Yes.
I did once go to a hygienist that told me that she never flosses.
What?
She told me to floss more because I was like, oh, I have a hard time getting myself to do that consistently. And she's like, I know, I'm like that too. I tell everyone to do it, but I don't do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could maybe be okay with her as a lover, but most dentists are hypocritical like that. They'll be like, oh my gosh, you don't floss enough because your gums are bleeding. But meanwhile, they're taking every pointy tool they have and literally sawing my mouth with it.
Yeah.
Literally, they're like, stab, stab. Oh, it's bleeding. Here's the thing, though, that I've just thought of. Me marrying a dentist would be very gold diggery of me. Because he could take care of any expensive fillings or whatever I may need in the future on the cheap.
But my question is, do dentists fall under the same sort of thing that doctors do where they can't touch their spouse's mouth?
Oh, no.
Like, doctors can't do work on their own family for, like, conflict of interest reasons.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely think that's probably true.
Well, I don't think so, just because the main reason doctors can't do that is in an emergency, they might be stressed out and so they can't perform surgery properly. But dental surgery, even if it's an emergency, it's not like, oh my gosh, they're going to die! It's not usually life-threatening like that, so I think that they could.
I don't know, I think it's still technically unethical.
Well, unethical, maybe, but allowed? Also maybe.
I don't think so.
I mean, what if you just so happen to have dental equipment in your home and you just so happen to practice on your wife sometimes?
He trips and falls and accidentally fixes your tooth.
Oops, I'm so sorry. Like Fix-It Felix, he just kind of
Hits it with a hammer and it fixes itself.
In that case, it's definitely okay.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, I don't know. And then, like, dentists in media have,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I think of The Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh my gosh!
And while we do love a Steve Martin,
Oh, we do.
not when he's being an abusive asshole dentist who gets high off of his own drugs.
I hate that character, but as a villain, I think he's hysterical.
I mean, he has a great fucking song, but, most dentists have given me more anxiety than they've relieved, and they've given more pain than they've relieved. So I'm not sure that I could trust a dentist.
Yeah.
I don't know how people marry dentists, I'm gonna be real. If you're a dentist and you're listening to this, I'm sorry for shitting all over your career.
And your marriage.
But I question you a lot, because are you
A sadist?
mentally sound? What is going on in your brain that you want to reach into the mouth of a person and scrape the food bits out?
Well, that's what the hygienist does.
Every dentist had to be a hygienist first.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about dentistry. I pride myself on not being a dentist.
That is the number one thing that I've put on all of my resumes. The first thing on there is Amy Fess.
Not a dentist.
Proud to not be a dentist.
I put that in all my dating profiles.
Yeah.
My description is just, not a dentist. And then a winky face. But the winky face is probably misleading because I think I'm joking.
Not a dentist.
It's wink wink. And they're like, she's a dentist.
Or maybe they just think you're critical of smiles in general. So they have to, like, be extra careful when sending you selfies.
Maybe I'm missing an eye. They don't know.
What?
If I was missing an eye, I would use the winking emoji.
Oh, I wasn't even on that wavelength. Missing an eye? I was still thinking about, like, the actual words itself. I wasn't thinking about the wink at all.
Let's just say, no dentists for me.
No dentists for me. That goes right along there with accountants. No dentists and no accountants for me, thank you. Not sexy. Those are not sexy jobs.
Watch, all of us end up marrying dentists one day. That would be hilarious.
Absolutely not.
I could go for an accountant. They could manage my finances.
Ooh, that is sexy.
They make good money. And they're so bored at work all day, they have all their fun stored up for later.
Oh, you know, that's a good point.
If they have fun at all.
Well, yeah, that is the caveat.
Guess what, guys?
What?
What?
It's time for... What two are you?
Ooh.
So we're gonna do what two Dead by Daylight characters are you?
Yes!
To clarify, we want to do one killer and one survivor each.
Yes.
Just so that everyone listening knows, if you're a fan of this game, if you're listening from the future, when this game has gotten way more killers, we are doing this from when Elodie and the twins, Charlotte and Victor, were added to the game. So everyone, Charlotte and Victor, and earlier is fair game. If new, cool, better suited for us characters come later, perhaps we'll do another one.
When they actually put the Fess sisters in the game.
Yeah, when Marissa and Ena are survivors and I'm the killer.
That seems accurate.
Yeah, right? I think so. Are we gonna do this by having looks as a factor at all?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Because Ena is the Huntress. Thank you and goodbye.
Ena is the Huntress. She's got the vibes.
You think I look like her?
Yes, we've said this so many times.
She's a tall woman.
She's tall with brown hair.
I mean, it's like a veil.
She has brown hair under it, though.
Oh, that's probably true.
She is this tall woman with what appears to be dark hair. And, I don't know, she's got this, like, model-esque but also feral vibe to her.
Yeah.
Which I think both apply to you. She's all leg, and she also sings random stuff all the time. For her, it's the same random thing because she is a video game character. They didn't want to make her different songs, but I would guarantee she would be someone who could sing random songs if she was given more of a soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I adore this. I love it a lot.
Also, her fashion choices are really out there, and Ena will go for some real weird outfits and pull them off.
Loves the weird outfits, like the circus tent.
Like the circus tent. Yeah, the Huntress wears some weird things. Like, she wears a whole moose's face on top of hers, you know, at some points. And I feel like Ena would really try that.
Oh, yeah.
I would. I wore a lobster hat to school on several occasions before. I wore it any time I could get away.
You did love that lobster hat.
Yes. Back to the Huntress. Her backstory is all about how she was raised in the woods and then her mother died.
Yeah.
And she started taking in children, only females, but we don't have to get into that. She was taking children and trying to raise them. And I really think that Ena has such like a empathic guiding force that even if she were raised feral in the woods with no human contact ever, if she came into a small child, she would still want to try to raise as her own.
She's got strong mothering vibes.
Yes.
I've always wanted to adopt, too.
There you go. So yeah, the Huntress, faux show.
Nice.
And I guess we could go with Marissa next. Marissa is gonna be the nurse.
Oh.
She has red hair, and Marissa rocks the red locks.
Ooh.
Thank you.
That's my new slogan. I'll put that on my dating profile right after not dentist winky face.
Marissa, not a dentist, rocks the red locks. The nurse, she's really short, but she floats, which is cool. Marissa doesn't float, but
But that would be cool.
it would be cool. She's the slowest killer. Marissa is the slowest sister.
Especially after that hip surgery.
Her legs are atrophied from lack of use. Marissa's legs are, well, maybe not quite atrophied.
She
but
had to get hip surgery, so
yeah.
legs are basically bum.
They're not as strong as they used to be.
She, looks bomb as hell in red lipstick, and so does Marissa. But she also, her whole backstory, she, like, went crazy working in a mental hospital with all these people who are being mistreated and everything. Anyone would go crazy there, but I think that Marissa would be one to try really hard to make things right in whatever way that she could, but, you know, corporations are gonna make that impossible.
Mm-hmm. I'm also an empath, so that makes sense.
Also, have you heard the amount of high-pitched squeaks Marissa makes? Come on.
True.
Yeah, the nurse is always like,
Also, Marissa likes to walk around without seeing. I think we've talked about this on the podcast before. And the nurse is basically blind. So,
I did not know this.
You didn't know that?
we talked about this on the podcast before.
Oh.
Yeah, I practice for just in case I ever go blind in my adulthood, you know?
Oh, well, there you go.
Guiding myself around by tactile feedback.
All right. Well, I gotta say, for Amy, I get Wraith vibes.
Oh, Dear Lord.
Wraith.
Because of the way that the Wraith runs,
Oh my god.
it's like Man Ray from SpongeBob.
Man Ray.
Oh my god.
It feels so Amy.
I strongly disagree with that, but I'm not the one who gets to decide these things for myself.
I can see what she means by the goofy run.
Yes.
And also the very dramatic bong bong.
I do like the bong bong.
Announcing his presence at all times. But other than that, you're not Wraith at all, though.
Alright. What would you say?
I would say the Deathslinger.
Oh, yes.
He's got the long, straight, blonde
Hair. Yes, I can see that. Amy would totally go for a cowboy aesthetic. If
She
could.
loves villains.
I do love villains.
So she just seems like if she were a villain, she'd be that kind that always has that little smirk on her face.
He laughs all the time. I'm very giggly.
Yes. Even as a killer.
He's just having fun with it. He's living his best life.
He is. Also, he's a cowboy, and that's pretty dramatic.
True.
And very gay.
It's pretty dramatic and flamboyant.
And I know how to shoot a gun,
You did it once.
which makes me good at his weapon.
Everybody watch out. She's Annie Oakley over here. Oh.
Amy Oakley.
Amy Oakley.
The Deathslinger.
So now we go to our survivors. I want to just be like Ena is Nancy because we've already previously said that she is Nancy in Stranger Things. But I also want to say that she gives me Claudette vibes sometimes.
Oh, that's not what I was expecting.
I get it. Kind of this like smart, nerdy woman.
Yeah.
But also caring. She literally has the perk called empathy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice.
If Ena were in a horror situation, I think Ena would be the one to try to heal people.
yeah, run around trying to heal everybody. Not that that's what Claudettes actually do, but it's how they were designed.
And also, it's not what she actually does in Dead by Daylight, but if it were real life.
Yeah, in real life, in a killer survivor situation, she'd definitely try to help people out.
Yeah, I think that Ena would be Claudette.
Also, Ena, again, to bring in the weird fashion choices, Claudette has a ton of crazy, bright, really out there outfits.
Yeah, she does.
Nice.
And nobody wears any of them.
They all just want to wear the clothes that blend in. But I'm out here always wearing that green shirt that's fluorescent.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, yeah.
I was really expecting you guys to say Dwight.
I know you thought we would say Dwight because you play him all the time, but he's, I think, too snivelly and awful to be any of us.
Okay.
With how they wrote his backstory.
We're too glorious?
His backstory does not do him any favors.
Aw.
His backstory is just like, he was born a loser. He lived a loser. He
He
died
died
a
a
loser.
loser.
And now he's still a loser.
Me.
Yeah, they're like, this is our first one. Here's a sentence. Goodbye.
And the sentence was, he is a
He's a
loser,
loser.
period.
I love him.
Also probably was a dentist.
Aw,
Probably
no.
a dentist. Let's see. For Marissa, it is easy to say Meg because of the red hair.
She looks like her. She looks so much like her. I would have said Meg.
We do have a similar face.
Yes, that's why I'm like drawn to Meg because she looks a lot like Meg.
Mm-hmm.
And especially thinking back when you did that cosplay,
Of Kate.
yes, of Kate from The Walking Dead.
The third Walking Dead game.
Yes,
It was a great
thinking
cosplay.
back to that, you already feel like you're wearing an outfit that Meg has worn.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't actually know a lot about her backstory.
Me neither. I read it, but I forget.
I will look it up real quick.
Okay.
Meg Thomas is an energetic athlete,
Oh.
able to outrun most killers.
Oh.
Perhaps it was her mother that had instilled the fierce streak in her.
Ooh.
Fierce streak, number 1. Meg excelled at schoolwork, yes, but
Yes.
she was off the rails, also yes. An athletics coach encouraged her to channel her misspent energy on the track.
No.
She motivated herself into becoming a high school star and earned a scholarship to college. She did earn a scholarship to college, Marissa did.
I did.
True, but she certainly doesn't like to run.
I went to college for musical theater. There was some physical activity involved. A
True,
lot of
true.
dancing.
You're right, there were physical activities. When her mother fell ill, Meg decided to give up her chance at college. What? To care for the woman who had raised her. I mean,
I would.
one summer's day on a long run deep in the woods, Meg vanished. Search as they did, they never found her body. Meg is one of those who is just simply filled with energy. As a kid, it came through rowdiness and rebellion. That sounds right.
Chaotic.
Fortunately, she started to run.
So all the running thing is right out. Like everything
But
that has to do with
everything
running,
else is
you
okay.
throw away. Everything else, it feels right.
Yeah, definitely feels right.
So that means Marissa is a Meg and the nurse combo.
I like that combo, except that I really don't like Meg's butt design in the game. It's quite unfortunate. It's just so dumpy.
Yeah, a little bit dumpy.
It's saggy, and she's such a young woman to have such a saggy butt. Okay, so Amy
looks like
Kate
Denson.
She looks just like Kate Denson.
She wears the same clothes
She
as
does.
Kate Denson.
It's like straight out of the closet. And she also has that round, well-defined butt that Kate Denson does. Only in Amy's case, it's like times 10.
Right. Yeah.
And Kate is a famous singer.
Oh.
That's in her lore. And Amy is an amazing singer, and she is a future famous person.
Right.
Thank you.
So, I feel like it's just right there, cut and dry.
And her killer is the clown.
Her killer is the clown, which is Amy's alter ego.
Metaphorical, yeah, my alter ego.
It haunts her dreams still that she was ever a clown.
Oh yes, for sure.
We talk about it every other podcast episode.
Every other minute of every other day, I think, but...
Mittens.
I've got a tent for you.
Oh my god.
Back to that tent outfit you're wearing.
I love it.
You realize we can't cut that part of the podcast now. We keep bringing it up.
Yeah, now we have to keep it in.
Sorry.
Now we have to keep talking about it. What have you done?
It's a beautiful jumpsuit.
You literally have admitted it's ugly.
I love it so much.
We'll have to post a picture on the Instagram so people know.
We will, yes.
Yeah.
So, Amy is a Death Slinger and Kate combo.
I feel that's accurate.
Excellent. I'm for it. So, another question. This is a question that I know Ena especially is going to have a lot of feelings about. Is Glinda the real villain of the classic movie The Wizard of Oz?
Ooh, baby, yeah.
Yes, she is. And here's why.
She's got resting bitch face, for one thing.
She truly does. Honestly, that poor actress.
She's extremely shady. She comes down and she's like, a dead woman. Good.
A dead woman. Let's rob her corpse.
You can have her shoes. Let's not notify the next of kin, and when she doesn't get her belongings.
Just to make sure that the next of kin doesn't get the belongings, we'll send this girl to kill that lady too.
Also, hey, I know how you can get home, and I'm not going to tell you about it purposefully until you do my bidding.
Yeah. I'm not gonna let you get home. I'm not gonna give you those means until after you've murdered the second of the two witches that are capable of rivaling me.
Is that a form of blackmail?
It's definitely manipulation.
Glinda's like, I'm gonna teach you the best lesson of all, Dorothy. Just become a homebody and never go anywhere else again, because home is the only place you can ever find any happiness at all.
She wants her to stay at home so she never, sees anybody to tell them about what Glinda did.
Yeah. There's no place like home. I'll never leave home again.
And Glinda's like, whew.
Dorothy, that's not good. You need to live your life and grow up.
This is just The Wizard of Oz, because I do personally think that Glinda is not a villain if you're including Wicked in with it.
Oh, of course.
And I will admit, I have not read the books yet, but in the musical version, Wicked, she's basically pretending to be a bad person because she has to, but she's not actually bad and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Who, is privy to the backstory, but still.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say, Glinda spends a lot of time around munchkins. And she has that giant skirt. And I just want to know if she's hiding any munchkins under it.
Definitely.
Do you think she's trying to kidnap them and raise them as her own?
Yes.
Or are they fully grown munchkins that she's trying to get busy with while she's doing her job without anybody noticing?
Well, why do you think she's so bubbly?
She's having a great time, you're not wrong.
She's being taken care of in public and no one even knows it.
I mean, remind me, does she go oh yes, a lot during that movie?
Probably.
Anyway, as someone who played the Wicked Witch, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you about how the Wicked Witch is not the villain. Because she's Miss Gulch, the old lady. And Miss Gulch comes over. They heavily imply this is not the first time this happened. Toto has bit her leg and attacked her cat and as a cat owner, that is especially heinous to me.
Yes.
And Miss Gulch has said on many occasions, Dorothy, you can go a different way home from school, not cut through my garden, and then we wouldn't have this problem. And if you put your dog on a leash, we wouldn't have this problem. And the dog bit her, and I'm sure she's fine because it's, you know, a small dog and everything. But it's the last straw. And, like, wanting to kill the dog is extreme, but it's not unheard of when a dog bites you.
Yeah.
And it's not like they didn't give fair warning. So she says, I've got the sheriff involved, and sorry, we're gonna put the dog down.
I mean, they do that a lot in cases like that.
If a dog is aggressive, which clearly Toto is.
Right. And so then they go to Oz, and then she's the witch, and my sister is dead.
I like how Karina was telling us about the witch and all of a sudden, my sister!
And then some little hoe has stolen her shoes. That's the last thing I have of my sister. And so then I just want to get the shoes back. My dead sister's shoes. Also, the girl killed my sister, so I'm a little mad at her. And so then, you know, I want vengeance a little bit. Like, that's not a big deal.
A little vengeance.
And you see her running around with this stupid little dog that for some reason in your past life you feel like might have bitten you.
Exactly. And then she murders me. And then at the end, they're all like, oh, la-di-da-di-da, happy ending. Except it's not, because they say Miss Gulch got hit by a light post and broke her leg.
What?
They literally said that.
What?
And they're like, happy ending. No, the whole inciting problem is not over. Your dog still bit her. She's still mad. Dog's gonna
A
die.
happy ending. 2 innocent women are dead.
Yes, exactly. There you go.
Dorothy has now murdered 2 people.
Yep, so Miss Gulch still wants to kill the dog in the end, and I'm pretty sure Toto's gonzo.
Yeah, she had the sheriff on her side.
So are you saying that Glinda is not the real villain, but Dorothy is the real villain?
Yes, yes.
Then you don't even have to think about Wicked as a separate entity, because Wicked definitely makes Dorothy out to be a villain.
There you go. Perfect. It is Dorothy all along.
I like that. I am down with that. That sounds good to me. It's a real perky villain song she's got there.
It's to throw everybody off her scent.
So maybe they should do it in a minor key. Somewhere over the rainbow.
That's where she stashes her dead bodies. Somewhere over the rainbow.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, I had to. Hadn't done that in a long time.
On that note, why are gummy bears so much smaller than gummy worms? What does this mean for the gummy world?
Oh my god. The worms are like the size of dune worms.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the worms are fucking huge.
Or like that worm from The Mandalorian.
Okay, but also, like, gummy fruit snacks are, like, the same size as gummy bears.
No, they're bigger than
Oh
gummy
my God.
bears. You're absolutely on the money there.
So, like, the fruit in this gummy land is bigger than the bears?
But I will say, a peach ring is about the perfect size for a gummy bear to fit in the middle of. So they do have life preservers.
Okay, let me ask a question. In this gummy world, I know that Jell-O isn't a gummy, but would that be what the river is made of, that the life preserver's in?
Yes.
I say yes. That sounds like a great idea.
Jell-O River.
And then they have gummy spiders that are definitely bigger than gummy bears, and that would be fucking horrifying.
Yeah, like, the bears are clearly like the people of this world.
They're more like hobbits, to be fair. Like, they're so tiny.
Yeah, they're so small.
Though I'm gonna say there are outliers where they have those giant, like, 5-pound gummy bears that are goddamn massive.
Oh my god.
Those are giants!
Could you imagine? Those are the kings.
Yes!
Yes! You are born a king!
Everyone else is the size of his pinky toe,
Yeah.
if he had toes, which he doesn't.
That is so funny. Yes.
Okay, but here's the other question. Are there a lot of just, like, IP characters running around? Like, Disney princesses and Scooby-Doo characters and
definitely.
Flintstones characters.
They eat a lot of gummy Krabby Patties.
Krabby Patties.
Oh, and then there's a lot of Swedish fish in the Jell-O River. This is a nice fantasy world.
The Swedish fish are bigger than the gummy bears.
Well, many things in the waters of our world are bigger than people.
Are the trees Twizzlers?
Yes.
Yes. I feel like cotton candy would be the leaves of the trees.
Yeah.
Even though it's not gummy related.
It's candy.
The roads can be made of airheads.
Yes. How about those sour ribbons?
Oh.
Those are like surfboards.
Do they make their houses out of Laffy Taffy?
Obviously. It's a good building material.
Yeah.
They have those Lego candies
Oh,
that they can
yeah.
also use to build. I love those.
And this is why dentists hate us. We know so much about these sugary, sugary treats. And the villains of this world are dentists and Dorothy. And I guarantee you Dorothy would marry a dentist. That's so her type.
Oh, yeah. I think we've created probably the best new franchise ever. The next big animated film is going to be this Gummy World.
Copyrighted, patented, we got it. TM, it's ours.
But we'll give it to you as long as you cast us in it.
Yeah, you gotta cast us in it as main characters
Main characters.
and pay us real good.
Yeah. And we promise we won't make Ena do an accent.
Thank you.
So her voice acting will be on point.
I didn't go to acting school.
That's so weird that 3 of the 4 of us did, though.
Yeah. Well, guys, that is all the ice breaking we could do today. If you'd like to send us a question, message us on Facebook or Instagram at Fess Up Podcast. Send us an email at fessuppodcast@gmail.com. Tweet a question at us at fessup_podcast. And don't forget to use the hashtag UbFest. Send us new questions or let us know what happened when you used our icebreakers with your friends. Share our podcast with everyone you know, follow us on all of our social media, and get the word out there about your 3 wacky friends. That's it for me. I've been Amy.
I'm Marissa.
And I'm Ena.
And none of us are dentists.
Bye!